The European Union is unravelling after Brexit according to George Galloway, who is sure the bloc has no future as remaining states look to leave. The European Union is under a huge amount of stress as the continent slowly makes its way out of the coronavirus pandemic. Former MP George Galloway said the bloc has no future and began to tumble when the UK decided to leave. He explained that tensions between France and Germany mean it's unlikely to work as a union. Speaking to Express, Mr. Galloway said, "I think it has no future. I think it had no future. It was already unravelling. The British departure was a hammer blow to them. Now, it's beginning to tumble down." He added, "It was always fictional that the EU was a union. It had all the trappings of a superstate, but it could not withstand the stress test of a pandemic on the grossly unequal state of the economies of the EU. Facts cannot be wished away. The truth is this superstate project was a German-French project from the beginning, and now France and Germany have fallen out, so, what does that leave you with?" His comments come as the government has signalled that it will not give ground to key EU demands on a post-Brexit trade deal amid little sign of progress in the talks. Britain's chief negotiator David Frost briefed ministers on the latest round of discussions, which ends on Friday, at the weekly meeting of the cabinet on Thursday. The Prime Minister's official spokesman said he confirmed that the EU was continuing to insist on continued access to UK fishing waters, something the government is determined to resist, as part of any agreement. Mr. Frost told ministers that Brussels was also insisting on a so-called level playing field, with the UK continuing to adhere to EU standards on issues such as workers' rights, another demand which Britain has said it cannot accept. Ministers have argued that they are simply seeking the same terms as the EU has agreed with other countries such as Canada. However, the EU has said the size of the UK economy and its geographical proximity means that a higher degree of alignment is needed to prevent it undermining EU standards. The Prime Minister's spokesman said, "Cabinet agreed that we want agree to demands for us to give up our rights as an independent state, especially when the EU has shown through agreements with other countries like Canada that these controls are not necessary." Cabinet gave its continued full support to the UK's position in the discussions with the EU.